Hello, welcome everyone to Two Tools in a Toolbox. Some exciting news in the Voron world, at least, and this will apply to other printers as well. Just it isn't quite there yet, but they have the Voron member, or as they call it, the crew, Jared C01, or we just call him Jared. Has come out with a new extruder. It's taken him a year or more to fully redesign the Galileo extruder, and it's technically in public beta, but it's a new extruder. It's a planetary, as anything Galileo is all planetary based projects. He came out with a new Galileo, the second generation of it, that is a full replacement for Stealth Burner. He is also coming out with a standalone extruder that kind of resembles an LGX Lite. That's about where the similarities end, is maybe in the looks. I know an LGX is a, I think it's called an LGX. Or an orbiter. Orbiter is what I'm thinking of. Orbiter style extruder that's soon to come, I think. But anyways, this is it. As you can see right here, this is the Stealth Burner replacement. It is, and then there's also the standalone version. And if you look back here, there is some Z stepper motors, and they're supposed to be more compact and take up less space because you're not dealing with belts and pulleys, you're dealing with planetary gears. Here's what the planetary gear system looks like. Now, I'm making this video, I'm nobody, but I love this, and it just dropped today, I think within like the last 9 to 10 hours. As you can see right here, it says, to note, the only kits sold by LDO are the only official Galileo 2 kits. Now, Fabrico had some of these today when I found out, and they're already sold out. When I first looked, they were just sold out of the Stealth Burner extruder, but they also had kits for the feet, and the feet are now sold out. So the first kits are spoken for. I'm sure at some point someone will reproduce them, and you'll be able to get them on AliExpress, I'm sure, but so far LDO is the name to go to, and that's what I recommend. I love LDO stuff. I have that one, and I'm building another one over here. It's a 9-to-1 gear ratio, and I guess one of the big reasons why he redesigned it, from what I'm reading, is more contact area, which means better torque transfer, better power for an extruder. And, you know, robotic hot glue guns need strong extruders. He did a whole lot of math on it, so it works a certain way and produces torque evenly. And let's take a look at some pictures. So, you guys already saw that one. Let's take a look at the independent. Here it is. Here's the independent one, where people are gonna, you know, probably say it looks a little bit like an orbiter. Kind of. Same form factor, I guess. Not that I know anything about the. I just haven't bothered to buy an orbiter. Clockwork 2 has been pretty good to me, but I am definitely excited about the Galileo. So here is those Z stepper feet. Now this is for the 2.4, and it is going to replace the belt drive with pulley system. Now I've read somewhere that there was something about gantry drop. I don't know if they have rectified that. They may have. I'm still learning about it, but these are supposed to be a smaller form factor, take up less space, which the billet drive ones are a little bulky, I guess. I mean, considering the size of the printer, I think they're pretty small. But this is supposed to be a nice little setup, which I might try these as well. And then with him stating the LDO is the only kits right now, because I was gonna be like, oh cool, I'll buy the parts, some parts on Ali or whatever, and there's hardware, there's some bearings you can buy, but there is some unique parts to the Galileo 2 that I can show you in the manual that are unique to the Galileo 2, namely being I'm pretty sure it's unique to it, the planetary housing right here, which there's some other pictures in the manual that I can show you. I think the gears are unique, and the output shaft for those gears, I believe, is also unique, which would make sense. So yeah, here's the planetary carrier shaft. That's what it's called, the carrier shaft. I think this is unique. I think the extruder gear is unique. I could be very wrong about that as well, because it does fit on, I'm assuming, which is kind of a standard format shaft, because it does fit over some bearings you can just buy. And then there's the planetary gears, which have some type of coating. I don't know exactly what that coating is. I'll have to look it up. Let's see if they show where. There's that piece. So yeah, I'm pretty sure those bearings go into those, which go into that, which these gears get driven by the NEMA 14 pancake motor. So there is some unique parts. Right now, LDO is the only place to get a kit, and they're, I guess, a big contributor to getting this done. I was in the Discord chat, and they were saying, Jared was saying that he doesn't know if it would be possible without LDO's help to actually make this a reality, at least in forms of mass production, because that the shaft, output shaft for the extruder definitely looks bespoke for the Galileo. Yeah, bearings go in here, go on that, and that's what drives your extruder. So let's see if we can tell where and how. Okay, so there's your extruder driver wheel. And I'm pretty sure there isn't a second wheel for filament guide. I think it just runs through the parts. Runs through, yeah. So it's a single wheel extruder, which I'm sure he has a reason for that. And it's a less complicated. You don't have to deal with gear meshing and things like that. And like I said, he took a year to develop it, so I think this is going to be hopefully a good evolution of the extruder. I've heard a lot of people who really liked Galileo 1. I never tried it. I went straight to Stealth Burner on that printer, and I'm looking forward to try a planetary in my Voron. Few people have already, I think, might be already printing with it. I know there are some people who were in the alpha testing, and they seemed excited about it. They couldn't talk about it, just like how Steve showed us the extruder assembled but couldn't tell us anything about it. So and you know, mind you, I'm no one recognizable in the 3D printing community. I'm just excited, and not many times do I have an opportunity to, you know, be an early talker about things because I'm not typically one of those people. But I'm excited to try this. That printer behind me has just about 1,000 hours on it, and I've been trying not to upgrade it, but I've already reprinted all of my gantry parts to refresh the gantry, and this will be an excuse to try a new extruder, I think. So that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe when I get a kit, I will put it together and put it on and maybe do a video about it. If any of you are interested, there is his GitHub linked in my description. I think it's really impressive when someone engineers something from the ground up. I've catted out some of my own parts and nothing to this effect. I make, I guess in comparison to this, very rudimentary things. So I am looking forward to getting to play with someone else's engineering, just like I love playing with that printer. And I will maybe have an update for you at some point. Maybe once I get a kit on it. A kit to build one of these extruders. Yeah, and that's the completed extruder from behind. So, if you are watching this, it's not going to be a very long video. I'm almost done anyways, but are you going to do this upgrade? Are you going to go with Galileo 2, or are you going to stick with, I've been seeing some other user-created extruder systems that some of the Voron guys are using. Are you going to stick with Stealth Burner? Stealth Burner's been pretty faithful to me. I will obviously keep a Stealth Burner setup on hand, because it does just work, but usually Voron's really good about when they bring something out, it's an evolution and it's a worthy one. And with this coming out, I think it'll be a worthy expansion. I'm definitely excited to see if the independent one will be good on a Voron V0, or what people do with it with the independent one. I'm pretty biased towards the Voron ecosystem, so it's pretty much all I have other than my little Rook printer. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what people put those on and how the independent one prints. I'm pretty sure it prints and extrudes plastic really well, otherwise he wouldn't have released it. But nonetheless, I'm excited. So, anyways, this is Two Tools in a Box. I'm D, and I'll see you guys next time. Like I said, link in the description below. Have a good one.